with a dragon egg. And we're calling for teleport to the ship. To which we will return to the ship. We don't need the ship itself. That's fine. We will upload a quick picture though. Never prepared, never prepared. Uploading. All right, who is going to give the captain the report?
Sounds like a communication.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm just waiting for someone else to agree. Yeah.
All right, so the captain awaits you on deck. So how are we? Did we make like a? Do we make like a stretcher for the egg? How did we end up transporting that?
No, remember, I rolled well when I was using vines to make like a harness.
You made a harness, so that means somebody's carrying it on their back?
No, I'm
No, we're
carrying it.
Okay. So obviously that's a thing that he's going to want to know about, but he and the professor stand waiting on the deck, inspecting the shape of you as you come on board. Let's get some quick perception checks real quick.
Perception.
$2023.
I am too exhausted to know anything.
16 overall.
60 got a nice almost 30.
Got
I
that
got
crit.
a 20 and it's +7, but I don't know what that extra +2 is from.
Not any better.
Okay, so it looks like 3 of you. Those of you that rolled a 15 or better, the following people have the red musk on their clothes: Jeff, Millsit, and Noelle. As you inspect yourselves as you get on the ship, you each have flakes of the red musk on you. On your clothes, not your skin.
Yeah.
Did those 3 people in question roll above a 20? Do they know?
I think the rest of us know. Well, the people that roll higher.
As I said, everybody that rolled a 15 or higher,
Sees
you
all
see
this.
it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't notice nothing because I'm carrying a big old leg or pulley.
I'm just gonna use prestidigitation to kind of like blow them off the thing before we enter the ship. I mean, I guess we're teleported inside, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I have sheets of paper, so I'm gonna use one sheet of paper to like rip a sheet of paper in half and use half a sheet of paper for each portion of red musk flakes. Use prestidigitation to gently wind them into like a little origami box, and then kind of fold the box over so I don't touch it.
Okay, why don't you give me a charisma save first, and then give me a dexterity save.
There you go.
Ooh. All right, now give me a dexterity save.
There you go.
Okay. You do not get infected. It takes you a minute to get the must together. Why don't you give me another charisma save?
There you go. 23.
Much better. Okay. So it takes a minute, and you're able to get it into the origami box. And again, the captain looks inquiringly at what just happened, the egg, the crew, and he's just waiting, standing still, waiting for a report.
So what questions did you want for us to provide answers to?
Well, it's standard for you to give me a full report of what happened on the surface.
Okay, what would you like? What details would you like for me to include in the report?
Don't leave out any details. How about that?
Okay, so when we first landed, there was a tree that was probably it looked kind of like a little bush. And then it kind of sprouted out from the center and had, I think, like 17 leaves on one. And then the next plant right next to it, there's a whole jungle, so it's going to take a while. And she'll go on for like 18 minutes describing one plant at a time until he tells her what to say. Because
obviously, you need to tell me the events that happened that were relevant, not the makeup of the plant matter.
So my character's memory is great. Mine is not.
We fought the starfish.
Yes. Okay. There were starfish creatures that we ended up fighting, who used their tongues to attack. We
And
ended
then
up.
we talked to the mushrooms.
Yes, we talked to the mushrooms. They were very speciesist, racist, one of those two, towards individuals who had invaded. I mean, I guess just hateful from people invading their planet, which were the Starfolk people. I'm not sure if you can see it because it's dark, but there was a lot of red musk that we talked about, the stuff that's in this little origami box, which might be useful for study, but it's infectious and very necrotic. There is individuals who... There was a woman who ended up leading these starfish people, who's trying to reclaim their home, so there's going to be some kind of conflict there. We did find relics. I looked towards the professor. We got a variety of potion bottles and other consumable and non-consumable items.
Did you find any books?
If, as a player, if there are books, I mention it. Otherwise, I don't.
There were no books.
Then no, we did not find any books.
But I brought dinner for us. And you see a big old egg behind me.
Correct. We brought a dragon egg aboard.
It's good protein.
Why? What are we gonna do with a dragon egg?
Cook it.
That would be a terrible idea.
They want to consume the infant.
That would be a terrible idea. We would draw the dragon quicker than if we transported it. We're gonna have to
And-
decide what to do about that. The starfish tree monsters that you fought, are they still there?
Absolutely, yeah, I think so.
And the myconids?
They are also there. As well as the necrotic creatures that live in the musk, which I believe are the starfish people.
Is the landing area safe for the professor?
The
and his
landing
team?
area is safe, but they're careful with interaction because myconids do become hostile rather quickly, as well as the starfish individuals.
We were able to establish communication and reason with the myconids.
If the landing area of the lake is an option, I don't think it is, right? It's just radio communication.
I'm sure that we could land the professor on the lake.
Okay. Then if you landed on him on the shore of the lake, and he was able to have some form of breathing apparatus to prevent him from getting to the Red Musk, as long as he stayed out of danger and got to the tower, they should be able to communicate pretty diplomatically with the leader.
Fair.
They were surprisingly diplomatic. Just don't harm anything on the way there. Even if they're
Professor?
aiming to attack you.
Do you have any more questions? And the professor does and he doesn't. He seems, I guess you might call it, perturbed by the state of things. He was hoping for a much more clean landing than what's being discussed, but obviously, as all of you know, having been down on the surface, there's not really nothing to be done about it.
Right.
Oh, and we got a water sample.
Oh yes, true.
And the egg is hot rock.
All right. Provide the water sample to the professor. Show the professor to the teleportation area, and let's go ahead and get him off the ship. The rest of you remain on deck and come see me in my office. And so they help the professor off, who has a little bit of a protest, but we did technically meet the terms of our contract. It's the captain's position. And so they are escorted off while the captain brings you into the office. We need to talk about the egg. We can't eat it.
If
If
dragon,
we crack that egg, that's going to cause some problems in the Astral Sea. I can tell you that right now.
can we sell it?
It does seem like it'd be valuable.
Theoretically, we could. We can see about that. We're due return back to port briefly to pick up a new passenger. We can see about selling it, but the question is selling it to whom?
Well, I was gonna ask, would it be useful to us when it hatches?
We don't have space on the ship for a dragon, especially not a dragon of that type. If its mother ever came looking and found us in the Astral Sea, we'd probably be left in the Astral Sea for dust. I will arrange a meeting when we arrive.
With who?
I'll need you to I'll send you to negotiate, since this is your find. What else did you find? You said potions. Did you find any gold?
You see a cart full of just like random knickknacks, jewelries, shinies.
Does anybody have the list?
Who had the list?
It is, if you scroll up, it's a block of text. I can paste it in there.
Let me scroll up real quick. Okay. He looks through it. He has no use for the filter of love, the potion of growth, the potion of animal friendship, or the potion of fire. He takes a look at the gems. He doesn't touch the gold or the silver. All right. So when you go on away missions for official ship business, you do get a larger cut of the spoils. But I am gonna have to take a tax for the ship's welfare. And he digs through the small sack of gems and pulls out 7 of the 100, or we'll say 6 of the 100 gold piece gems. I'm gonna take these for the ship. The rest of this is for you. Fair?
Fair, Captain.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have the opportunity to negotiate a better takeaway.
Sure. I'll try to persuade you. I mean, there was quite a bit of danger, and as you can tell, I'm quite frail. It would be able to help with purchasing armor and possible defensive material to be able to provide you. Think of it more as an investment instead of taking it from the taxes. So if you leave those extra couple gems, let's say 4 or 5, right? Let's say 4 gems. We'll go with that. Let's attempt that.
You want to cut him down to him taking 4 gems?
Yep.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. I'm going to give myself, thinking that I was very effective in that, I'm going to give myself a bardic inspiration.
Why do I keep thinking you're a warlock? I need to get that straight.
18 plus the d6, which it might be higher. 5th level, we're 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, we're level 4.
Level 4, okay.
Yep.
So 24 persuasion.
Okay. So with that, he'll agree to the terms of 4 of the gems being taken for the ship. And he says, we'll do it this way this time. Get yourself some armor because
Right, we just
we
need
do
some
need to fund the
defensive
ship
gear.
on these missions.
Of course, I understand. I appreciate you being more lenient.
And with that, he takes his cut. He throws it in the chest. You guys are down there, I think, for a week, correct?
I believe so.
For about 7 days, if I remember correctly. So the teleportation back is almost instantaneous. And you guys receive your week's pay, which is a total of 10 gold apiece.
10 gold? Ooh. Wait, how are we going to split that gold that we have got from the chest?
That's up to you guys.
How many is there? Is there 6 of us?
And Andy.
So
Okay.
7? Or are we doing 6 for the division?
I mean, Andy did help the whole time. He's just late tonight, so I feel like we should split with him.
Okay. So I'll take 2 of the gold piece gems. Because I did say I was going to use it for protective material.
Can I
don't want
also
any of
get-
the potions.
I'm gonna attempt to take also 2 of those gems because I was doing the carrying of the gems and the egg.
That's up to you guys. There's now less than one for everybody for the gold piece gems.
I mean, I'll take one. Gold
I'll take
piece.
one and the potion of fire breath. Or do we give the potions away?
No, we have the potion still.
I'll take 1 gold and the potion of fire breath.
The last message in Roll20 is what we're using to divide from.
Okay. Yep. That's what I'll take. That makes sense to me.
Does anybody want the spare 16 gold or 24 silver?
Let's give
Ashley?
it to Andy. We'll tell him how much this got. Let's give him that, and let's give him the filter of love and see what he does.
Okay.
Ooh.
So wait, what's left over?
There's 2 gold pieces of gems, 24 silver, a potion of growth,
We're
and
giving
potion
the
of
filter
animal
of gold
friendship.
to Andy, so there's just the gold piece gems and the potions.
I'll take a third gem piece.
I haven't taken one yet, so I wouldn't mind one of the gems.
Well, should we give one to you and Andy?
Andy's getting the 16 gold, 24 silver.
Sam only took a potion?
A potion and one of the gems.
How many gems are left after Sam takes a gem?
There was 2 left.
Okay, I'll put mine back. I have 2 now instead of 3.
Because I took 1 too, so 2 left.
So everybody has a gem except for me and Andy. Is that what's up? And there's 2 left?
Sounds like
That
it.
does appear to be the size of it, yes.
Well,
So
there
I'll
shouldn't be, because there was 4 taken between Chef and I.
And Allie took 2 as well, right? Or you just took
Only
one?
1.
Okay, so that's 5. So that means there's 3 left, and then Sam took 1, so there's 2 left.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll take 1, and then Andy gets 1.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure we did the math right.
And then we can give Andy the 24 silver and the 16 gold, because it's just random.
Sure.
And then now we've got the potions except for fire breath left. No, we gave Andy the love, so we have a potion of animal friendship and a potion of growth. So I'll take the potions, since I only got 1 gem.
Okay.
Is everybody down with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Dope.
So, can I add the gems as monetary in my account, or did you want me to put the gems and then find a seller?
Put the gems, and we'll have to negotiate selling them.
Okay.
You'll be able to
No!
find a seller.
I'll try
Okay.
to I'll try to persuade for a better deal. That's fine.
Okay.
Depending on how our conversation goes in HR. Otherwise, I might use silvery barbs instead.
All right, Cheeto Dust.
All right, give me just 1 second while I load up this map. That is incomplete, and I apologize for that.
That's okay. I literally drew on a white background, like with. It looks like it was with crayons, so you're good.
Alright. Gonna need a new page to put this map on. We'll illustrate it live. We'll do it live.
I have some spell slots that have been used. Does that mean, do we have a long enough duration to retain those? Regain those?
Yes.
Okay.
You will be able to take a long rest once on the ship.
Cool.
Let me just fix this. Perfection. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I obviously had some areas that I still needed to fill in to Cryptoria, but we are gonna spend some time statting some things into Cryptoria here. All right, let me find.
Is that the ocean or the sea?
That is the astral sea surrounding Cryptoria. Just a quick walkthrough because I didn't finish adding in the parts of the city itself, which I'll need to do later and re-upload. Okay, so these areas with the yellow
Those are what?
that you see coming in here, these are business areas inside of the city.
Nice.
These areas are where you'll find warehouses, where you'll find various shops, etc. Down here, I wish that there was a way to show you my mouse. Down here are the docks.
You can hold down left click to ping it.
Oh, okay. Down here are the docks.
You just have to
Why
not be in
isn't the-
drawing mode.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, hold down left click. I'm an idiot. Okay, so down here are the docks, where the various ships go. This is where you'll dock. This is also where you've docked before. Down here is some immediate warehouses for the bigger companies, as well as the Union headquarters is down here. If you'll remember from our first game or from our first session, the Union is the kind of governing body of all the spelljammers who engage in commerce. These two areas here by the docks, closer to the docks, these areas are all warehouses. This is where you'll find most of your commerce through here. And then this area down here is also warehouses. Throughout the rest of the city here are housing areas as well as various taverns and inns where people stay. You'll note that the upper section that's closer to this river is actually the nicer section of town, whereas the farther south you get, the kind of worse and more ramshackle the town gets. This lake over here and this place by it is the Palace of the Night Glooms. If you remember, those are the astral drow that took this island. And then over here, this tower is the Tower for the Sightless Order, which we discussed earlier. And so when the captain arrives, he asks you to meet him that night at the same inn that we met at before. We'll call it the Salty Eye, the Inn of the Salty Eye. But for now, you can take care of your business. The question is, are you going to keep the dragon's egg on the ship, or are you going to carry it around with you?
Ooh, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel like the ship is safe-ish.
Yeah, I was like, leave it on the ship until we can find a buyer.
All right.
It's not the kind of thing you
I'm
just like
gonna
walk
tell
to the
you,
shop.
as the DM, that's a great decision to not drag the egg around town. Good job.
Let's
Now you're
parade
making
around the
me kind of
expensive
want to
things.
take it around.
I mean, as much as I like to show off my trophy.
Everybody that said let's not take it around, you get 10 experience points.
Yeah!
You successfully solved that puzzle.
10 whole XPs.
Okay, but you do have some time now to do some shopping, or trade in your gems. There is a gnomish gem emporium, a jewelry emporium, if you will, that could be persuaded to buy the gems.
Yeah, I vote for that because then we can go shopping after.
Sure, let's initiate with that.
Why did you make a fighting style roll, Gil?
Oh, I just seeing if it worked. I think.
Are you trying to fight something, bud?
He ready to fight for
fight the
good
most.
prices. It's Black Friday, okay?
Yeah,
I'm ready
yeah.
to fight for a good deal. Okay, so you go to the jewelry emporium, and behind the counter sits a wizened old gnome with an eyeglass in as he carefully works on what looks to be the first wristwatch in this area.
Ooh.
It has a leather strap and a pocket watch attached to that leather strap. He's huddled over it. He's got a lantern right next to him, so he has perfect light with a mirror system so that the light reflects just so. And he wears a set of very thick monocles for him to be able to see. It looks as if he's about to begin a very delicate part of working on the insides of the watch itself.
I say you scare him.
That's a bad idea.
If only Talk Tick were here, he'd be into that. But he's not as reliable as I thought.
I'm gonna very gently speak up in a way that's not gonna startle. To try to
He
guide.
is just about to touch a very delicate tool down to a gear, and then he jumps up real quick and almost knocks the watch off the stand because he was not aware that anybody else was in the room. My God, what are you doing?
Well, we were hoping to do some business, as this is the location for that, correct?
We do business. Don't come sneaking in like a bunch of ghosts.
Okay. Yes, fair. We were attempting to...
What do you got?
Oh, we have quite a few gemstones we were hoping to get examined and traded for cash.
All right. He lays out his little leather cloth across his table. Says, "Go ahead and set him down."
Okay.
Can we do this as one massive transaction?
Yes. You can all put your gems in at the
Are you
same time.
comfortable with that, Noelle? Or were
Oh
you
yeah,
hoping
that's fine.
one-on-one?
Yeah.
The person with 2 who's not me. Yeah, no, that's fine. I like that idea. They're high persuasion. Who'll give me more money?
More money.
If he's willing, then I will lay mine down too.
All right. He takes a moment to examine the gems. He says, "What's the origin?"
That's a great question. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure. We found them
No.
on a rock when we were exploring, like a asteroid.
Included with ancient treasure.
So you didn't steal them?
Nope, they were given to us in exchange for exploring the environment. There was some residents who we traded a favor for the gems that they had.
We never get into the pigs, did we? And the chickens.
No, we did. We went back and said that. We just walked them, put them on the edge, and then sent
Yeah.
them back.
Okay. That's gonna haunt us, isn't it?
A druid's going to be chasing you through space over the matter of 2 chickens.
Where's my chickens?
Then they're gonna
Oh,
send
so I'm
one
gonna-
of their. They're gonna send one of their daughters, and then when they finally get to our ship, they're gonna say, "Look at all those chickens."
He takes a minute to take a look at him,
Mm-hmm.
and he... I'll give you 75 apiece for these stones.
Why don't you attempt? Let's go with 125 each.
That's more than they're worth.
Right.
I've got to make a profit selling these.
They are revered and ancient.
Have you ever seen these stones before, though?
Revered and ancient. People are pulling stones out of there all the time.
I
I can go up to 85.
How about 90? We'll go with 90. I'm gonna try to persuade him for 91. I'm gonna push it.
91. You're going to push it to 91?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can I get, since everybody else is kind of pointing out the historical accuracies and making it seem interesting, can I do it with advantage since they're helping me? And also I'd like to inspire myself bardically.
Okay. Sing the song that you're going to inspire yourself with.
Oh, I'm not proficient in any music. I just use my words. I'm very good with my words. Remember, I'm the bard of eloquence. I just speak, and people are persuaded by me.
All right. Then give me the poem or speech in which you're going to inspire yourself.
I said a bird.
Andy,
The
you just
timing
wasted
was
an...
amazing.
You were talking to him for at least an hour. What could Atef have to say that was worth an hour of time?
Well, I wasn't just talking to him for an hour, okay? It was more like 30 minutes, but then I started talking to other people. But it was like 30 minutes of him crying.
Oh, God.
So,
I'll call you later.
Okay,
So anyways, we have returned to Cryptoria to sell some gems and then to find a buyer for a dragon egg.
we're keeping it.
Because we don't get no protein.
The captain said you cannot cook the egg,
The captain said we couldn't keep it either.
and he said you couldn't keep it.
Uh-oh.
But right now we're negotiating prices at a watchmaker's for gems.
Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me
Give
your
me the OP
recitation
roll,
and/or
baby.
poem.
Should I do a roll first, or should I just do this first?
No, I want to hear it first. I'm excited.
Cool. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished jewelers, today I stand before you with unwavering enthusiasm to present a unique opportunity that holds immense potential for your business. As passionate purveyors of exquisite jewelry, you understand the significance of gems in creating masterpieces that capture the hearts and ignite desires. It is precisely this understanding that compels me to share an extraordinary proposition that can elevate both your craftsmanship to unparalleled heights. Imagine, if you will, gems so rare and exceptional that they possess an otherworldly allure. Gems that transcend the boundaries of ordinary beauty, leaving the beholder breathless and captivated. These are the gems that I bring to you today, gems that have the power to transform your creations into timeless works of art.
I would like.
You're the shit.
That
These are some good
was
shit
pretty
gems.
amazing, actually.
I toss a coin to the bard.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a DM inspiration point for that because that was
Me.
truly inspiring.
Did you use ChatGPT?
No comment.
Dirty.
It's not
Dirty!
dirty, it's using my resources.
That is.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
To keep in mind, you have to also then come up with a prompt that was good enough, and then I
No,
also
yeah.
didn't
You're
use the
redirected.
exact words that were there. I saw words that came up and upscaled the word quality, so it was different than what was there.
I think it's genius. I have no problem with it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be playing a goblin bard in an upcoming game, and I'm gonna be using chat to help me make
Oh,
goblin songs.
Oh,
Uh,
also I have a suggestion. There's something called the chatbot.theb.ai, which is basically some Asian version of ChatGPT that you don't have to ever worry about the servers going down.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Give me that address again.
Sure. Hold on, let me send it
But
to you.
then-
Let me make sure that it works first. Yeah, it works. Okay.
It's Asian. Does that mean it's gonna be tracking us?
Possibly, but I mean,
Do you own an iPhone?
What
China
is
already
it?
knows when you take a poop.
Are you
all right?
really concerned about what's
I'm
on your?
fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Well, the only people who need to be wary about that stuff are people. Yeah, I think probably it's going to be tracking you. Let's be honest. Everything in the world is tracking you if you're using it for free. There you go.
Bye, chat. Got it.
Andy, I posted your loot in the chat, like on the Roll20 thing.
Okay. So you want me to roll?
Yeah, go ahead and give us that roll.
Okay.
You can have advantage and your inspiration.
Cool. Persuasion, advantage, and then inspiration. In case you're wondering why I have a minimum of 18, it's because of my class. Then the Bardic Inspiration.
What class are you?
Bard of Eloquence. It makes it so my minimum persuasion roll is 18. 25.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. 91 it is.
Okay. Great. I'll take
91
it.
in a silver.
He'll give you a discount on jewelry in the future as well.
Wonderful.
Wait, how much did we get for him?
91 for
You got
each gem.
91 per gem.
Okay, I have 182.
Also, I see that we gave Andy the filter of love.
That's not gonna be an issue. Everything's gonna be fine.
Like, I may make it canon that when Thrycreen breed, the female eats the male's head.
Neat.
Neat.
Okay. So you are able to dispatch with that business. 91 gold per gem. I don't know who had how many gems.
We all keep
I have
track of it.
everyone.
I have one.
Okay. Is there any shopping that we'd like to get done while we're at
Oh, of
port?
course.
Do you know of any place that buys oddities?
As
What do you mean?
opposed to normal oddities?
Yeah. Like, this is very odd. No.
Are you talking
What are you
about
trying to sell, Gil?
the dragon egg?
The dragon egg.
The captain said he was going to find you buyers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let's not do that then.
I mean, yeah, you could take the dragon egg down to like a really weird area of town and probably sell it.
That doesn't sound like a good idea either.
I mean, everybody's willing to buy it.
Do you want to get jumped? Because that sounds like something that you'll get jumped for.
How long do we have here on the island? Days
you have-
hours wise.
So he said to meet you tonight. You have roughly about 8 hours before you have to meet up with the captain, and then you'll be on land for about 3 days total. So today plus 2 days.
Okay. Today plus 2 days. Okay. What's the possibility of discovering magical items that could either protect or help keep you healthy?
On your budget? Let's find out.
In
this
this
economy?
Let's be honest. I am quite persuasive, so there might be an opportunity.
There's a goblin that'll sell you some trinkets somewhere here.
Oh no.
That
Okay,
sounds
I'm
trustworthy.
looking for real ones though.
Oh, they're real. You just have to
Real
believe.
fake? Is that what you're saying?
Fresh frozen, man.
I'm good.
Alright.
I don't want dysentery. I'm alright.
He has special goblin potions for sale as well.
I don't
Oh,
want to be
Talk
gobbling
Tech.
those potions. Thank you though.
Talk tick right there.
Hold on.
Andy,
He's not.
Andy?
They're talking to someone. There'll be another half hour to an hour.
Did he seriously say that?
No.
No.
I'm on push to talk. I forgot.
Andy, come on, engage here. This is game night. You were late. You're absent in your mind. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, that's like a normal thing to be absent in my mind.
No, you usually engage more. Anyhow, hey Talk Tech.
What's up?
Did you see that he's working on watches with gears?
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to buy some.
he'll sell you a watch for each of your arms if you wanted to.
Yes. What else does
Okay.
he have in the shop that whirs and gurs and makes clicky noises?
Mostly just watches.
Okay. I want a lot.
Gem-studded watches.
You just got 91 gold from that gem you just sold. And then that other miscellaneous money I posted for you.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
you can likely afford common, and maybe an uncommon if you have some leftover gold, by the way.
Okay.
So if you want to hunt for something in particular,
I do. Yeah.
I got it. Fine. Is there like an armory? I need armor.
yeah, there's a blacksmith.
I want to see if I can find a rifle.
A rifle.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
You're stupid.
Shut up.
Oh, see, I engage and now you're like, shut up. What's going on
I mean,
here?
not in this shop, obviously, but
Do you guys think I'll look hot in a breastplate and that's it?
It depends. Does it come with tassels?
I mean, it does come with like a saddle, you know.
Mills would like to see if she can find armor that is not noisy, so she can be more stealthy.
Is that just light armor, right?
Yes, I think so.
You can find a musket.
that should be fine because I don't have to deal with reloading. So yeah,
They are 500 gold pieces a piece, though.
that is less fine. Cool. That'll be on the return trip then.
What about light armor?
Light armor. For Cat Friend?
Or
For
I
Milva
mean,
size?
yes.
I mean, that's pretty much just a 10 can, isn't it?
I mean, how much lower will it send my armor down?
You want light armor. Let's see here. Let's see what we can get. No. Yeah. Noelle, you're looking for items right now?
I'm
that
going.
correct?
But I'm gonna skip my current turn. I'm doing some research first.
Okay. Okay, armor. What kind of armor are you looking for?
Same.
That is a specific armor class.
That is why I skipped my turn too. Yeah. That's not fair.
What
Exactly, yeah.
We are doing work here.
Lots of work, tons of work.
Cast
What are
off
the different-
armor? How much would that cost me?
You're looking for what armor again?
Cast off armor, the medium armor.
Medium armor?
Yeah.
Cast off.
Means
Yeah,
that
it's
they can
like-
throw it off in the moment. And obviously not wear anything else.
I'm just thinking of like, what will my character wear? Because I mean, like breastplate will work too, but I don't feel like it's.
So
like
you
it's
want armor
needed.
that you can just throw off?
Or just, I'm just looking through the armor list. Or a half plate.
I mean, you can. Half plate is 750 gold.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't afford anything.
And remember, if you wear medium armor, the maximum dexterity bonus that you can add is +2 to your armor class.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have any armor. I'm just.
You're a
know.
barbarian, right?
Yeah.
Do you really need armor?
I don't know. It
You
sounds
can wear
nice.
some studded leather armor for 45 gold pieces.
Studded armor for the stud.
Sold.
So remarkably easy.
All right, Millsit, you want light armor. Yeah, you could wear studded leather armor as well, which would give you 12 plus your dex modifier. What were you wearing?
Right now, it's chainmail and it's causing a disadvantage in stealth.
Well, I
look
mean,
at
it
your
also
chainmail.
maxes
I'll
out
take your
your
chainmail.
dexterity by 2.
I think I'll just keep it. I'll keep what I have. It's fine. If I feel like if it's a stealth mission, I'll just strip it.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Therapy, did you find...
I'm checking. I'm not proficient in the thing I wanted to use, so I'm looking real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible options. I will send them to you in a message, and then we can work behind the scene. Unless everybody else is already done, then I can just read them to you.
Is
Yeah, I
everybody
don't think I
okay?
can afford anything that I want. So yeah, kind of.
I also don't have a real weapon.
You should look into that while I finish my thing. Oh, apparently it's 4, not 5. Do I need to do some kind of roll first of all to see if I can even find a magic supplier?
No. Because you guys found magic suppliers before. And for common and uncommon items, I'm not really going to put a hard restriction on finding those, but rare and up items are going to be harder to find.
What's the process to obtain proficiency in a armor?
I believe you have to take a feat for that, don't you?
Because I
My
want to be able to.
knowledge.
I want to be able to use a shield. So do I have to like take a feat to be able to use a shield?
Let me check real quick because I believe you do.
Okay, then I
It's,
will not forget that.
it's either multi-class or feat, I think.
Okay.
I know there's a feat for the armor types, but I don't know if there's a feat specifically
There
for
might be
shield.
like shield master or something.
Hold on. Wait, what bar?
What's the price range for uncommon before attempting persuasions?
Base for uncommon items is 100 to 500, depending on what it is.
Okay. So I might need to look because I know that there's a way to train via Xanathars, but it's like 10 weeks or something. If we're traveling in space, I might be able to count days off to train in it.
I do have a question. Are we using the prices that it shows on D&D Beyond? Because the Battle X cost is 10 gold.
The moderately armored feat grants you shield proficiency.
Okay. So if we look at Xanathars for training, it says language. Okay. A language or tool. Language pickup proficiency with. Yeah, so I guess that wouldn't be considered a tool, right? That would be considered armor.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use a shield without being proficient in it. You don't have to be proficient
Right,
to
'cause
actually use it.
I mean, would it still apply the +2 to my AC?
You'll have disadvantage on attack rolls, but you don't attack. You'll have
Cool. I'll take the
disadvantage
disadvantage
on saving throws too,
on saving throws.
and ability checks that require strength or dexterity.
We'll go without it for now. I'd rather not add or do a trade-off for a positive in exchange for a negative. I'd rather only gain a positive. So those are the 3 that I just sent you in a message. And also possibly seek counsel with the... What was the thing in the tower called? Something... Eyeless Order?
You want to consult with the Sightless Order?
Yes.
About what?
I don't know. Just listen to their spiel and see what they have to offer. And if I can offer anything in exchange, or what could you give a minimal summary, like their mission statement in like a sentence or something?
About the Sightless Order?
Mm-hmm. Like
yeah.
what their alignment is, or stuff like that. Maybe.
Well, I mean, they are neutral evil, and they believe in the supremacy of only wizards. And it is known that they did lead a concerted effort on a planet to hunt down and kill sorcerers, and they despise non-wizard magic users.
Well then.
I mean, I guess I technically still learned my stuff, so.
They seem like dicks.
Never mind, I retract my statement.
That's what
I thought it was gonna be like, from what I remember, it was like seekers of secrets or something, and knowledge. So I was like, yeah, that might be interesting, but not at the cost of like invading
like
it.
Oh,
sure.
so using that shield, by the way, there's more to it than just what was said. Your class gives you proficiency with certain types of armor. If you wear armor that you lack proficiency with, you have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dexterity, and you can't cast spells.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't see the spell part. I'm sorry. I said the rest of it.
So
I don't think that's worth it to me. So I don't think losing the ability to cast spells is worth me gaining a +2 to my AC.
Yeah, you got me.
What about like a rare or uncommon item that gives you like mage armor or something?
I sent 3 that are defensive / utility to Futter.
all right, I sent you your prices back.
Neat. What's the cost of studded leather, which would give me a +1?
Studded leather, I just had that up. It was
45?
of course
Oh,
all my
no.
books
Yeah.
crashed.
45.
4 and 5. Yeah.
Okay. I want to get one of the first things I sent, and then studded leather, but I want to try to persuade, because I only have 192. So I want to try
You
to...
only have 192 gold?
Yeah, so I want to try to get one of the things. One of the... Here.
One of the wands?
I didn't want to say it, but yes. I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
want to save it, but that's fine. So yes, now that it's out, one of the wands, and then the studded leather, because that would be like
Okay.
195 straight, and I don't have the missing 3, so I want to try to barter a little bit.
Okay.
You could either have
So
it succeed to drop them both by 5, just because of my
you're probably
lowest being
more
at
likely
18.
to get the armor dropped by 5.
Let's do that. That works. So does 190 sound like a fair trade?
Yeah, make a roll.
Sure. Which one? Persuasion?
You're automatic 18, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a minimum of 18.
Yeah, that's fine. You can drop down the 5.
Okay.
Ashley asked about a bag of holding.
Oh, that's also a good option.
That's going to cost you 350.
What about a bunch of common watches?
So the
We're a bunch
watches
of broke
are
motherfuckers.
gold and jewel encrusted. So we'll go 100 gold for a watch.
100 gold for a watch?
Mm-hmm.
That's one hell of a watch.
This is a quasi fantasy setting. There's no Timex, and there's no cheap Japanese watches that you can just buy wherever. This is handcrafted watches. It's like
I
every
smell
watch
a
is a
business
Rolex.
brewing TikTok. Affordable
Yes.
watches are us.
Yes. How else are people gonna know where to go and when to go?
Is it?
The one thing you will note about his watches, however, is that he did put in a magical effect and a little dial that will tell you if you're in astral space or real space.
Oh. I will spend that 100 gold then. Done. I don't know. I'm gonna have to add a custom item.
What was your question, Ash? A cape of water breathing. Is it uncommon? All right. So for wearable items that are uncommon, I set the bar at 400. What is it called? The Cape of Water Breathing? I can sell you a potion of water breathing. Pretty cheap. Also, if you guys check the rarity of your potions, you may be able to sell those potions.
I was wondering
Point.
about being able to sell standard leather for like half of its cost.
You want to sell? What standard leather do you have?
I have normal, just leather armor.
Oh, it's a cap of water breathing, not a cape. The answer is yes. A cap of water breathing would work if you were in space because it creates a bubble of air around your head. And we'll just go ahead and say the spell water breathing would allow you to operate in space. You tell me whether it's common or uncommon, and then I'll give you a price. What is the potion? What is it? Potion of animal friendship? A very sought after rare potion, the potion of animal friendship. Yeah, it's uncommon, so uncommon potions we will sell for, or they are worth. What they sell for and what they are worth are different. But uncommon potions will go at 150. Yeah. Uncommon items are worth 100 to 500.
The potions are worth more than those gems.
Normally, by the by, potions are sold for half of their default ranking for either common, uncommon, whatever. But if they're the full price as normal here, that's fine. I'm just... It seems expensive for a one-time thing when you can buy the same thing that's continuous.
Yeah, that's why I mark them down at the 150 range rather than the full 500 range.
Okay.
And that's why magical items are at the upper edge of that. There is method to my madness sometimes.
There's madness in my method.
Sometimes.
Andy, your filter of love is also an uncommon item that can be sold unless you want to charm somebody for an hour.
Okay, so since it was pulled out, I'm gonna ask for player input, not character input.
Mhm.
Should I get a wand of web or a wand of entangle? Because entangle is on the ground. Web is a 20-foot cube. Anywhere, as long as it's between two anchor points.
I like web.
Yeah. The only
I
thing,
Yeah,
like
web is
web.
always.
the only thing
The
is
only
it's
thing
a
I
dex
don't like
save.
though, and I don't like web because I use ranged a lot, and web's gonna mess with that. But I still prefer web if I'm gonna be casting it.
Right, but I'm trying to see, because that way it's guaranteed to be, well, not guaranteed, but more likely to be able to at least restrain something. Plus I can put it on the end. And player-wise, if you deal fire to the web, it sets things on fire. Whereas entangle is only on it when it's when the spell goes off, but web lasts for also web is an hour and entangle's a minute. Okay, well web it is then, yeah. cool. So I'm gonna get the web wand.
So, does web or does entangle also restrain? Because restrain's kind of good.
They both restrain, but one is
Okay.
a strength save, the other is a dex save. And usually dex saves are higher.
Yeah. So web has an initial thing. If they fail dex, then they have to use strength, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. So it's a dex then strength. I mean, I can also force them to fail with silver barbs. Or not fail, but force them to retry.
Yeah. I mean, that's advantage.
Yeah, it's
For
basically
everybody.
advantage for every spell save.
Well, if they're restrained, everybody that wants to hit it gets
That
an
too.
advantage.
Plus, then it can be set on fire.
So,
By not me.
Right. Attack roll. Yeah, all attack rolls have advantage if they're in web.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cool. There we go.
I'm gonna trade my potion of love for another watch.
Very on brand.
Okay. I don't think I'm even going to make you roll because you can walk away with 10 gold and a second watch, Andy.
Fuck yeah. Wait. I have to find a picture for this. You know what I really need?
What?
Third watch.
No. Who was that rapper who had the giant clock around his neck?
Flava
Flavor
Flav.
Flav?
Flavor Flav.
I want that.
I don't even think Flava Flav wants that anymore, Andy. Are you sure that's what you're after?
Well, I almost have a watch for every arm now, okay? And
Now
then
you need one for your neck.
I have a small one already for my neck. I need
That'll be a custom piece. And we're gonna call that probably 400 gold.
Oh, man.
For a custom neck piece, watch, clock thing on a chain. Which he can work on for you since you just bought 2 watches from him, but you'll have to pay for it when you return.
Worth.
Make sure to add it to your sheet too, so you don't forget about it in like a while.
Yeah.
And please Photoshop it onto your character's picture.
How much can I sell the standard leather for? It's normally
The
10.
Standard leather armor you could probably sell for lightly used at this point, so 8 or 9.
Okay, I'll take the 8.
What? Wearable uncommon magical item is 400. Wondrous items 350. Weapons probably going to run to the 5. Okay. All right. Anybody else have business that we need to conduct?
No.
No, I'm poor as shit. I can't afford anything.
I was raised a poor hippopotamus child. Okay. Then, if nobody else has any business, going once, going twice, then we can go ahead and move forward to meeting with the captain.
Oh, let's sell our huevo.
Your Wavo. I didn't understand. Okay, the captain is sitting waiting for you in the tavern at his upstairs table. Chef, whenever you arrive, they ask you when you're going to get back to work. Orders are stacking up. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Did you even submit a resignation or let them know, hey, I'm going to be gone for a while?
No, I did not. I just kind of like took off.
Yeah, that's gonna go on your permanent record.
Yeah, oh no. I've been like, hello. Got anything good?
So the captain invites you upstairs. He sits you down. He says,
Upstairs. Oh.
yeah, upstairs. Upstairs.
Dude, I gotta roll a dex again.
Yes, you do.
Where are you?
Why aren't these places more centaur accessible?
Oh.
Okay, you successfully make it up the stairs without falling back down them.
I know. You see me just like grumbling, all angry. It's like, I left this place for a reason.
So I made some quiet inquiries, and you have 2 potential buyers. And you'll want to hear them out because the amounts that they're offering are quite reasonable. The biggest offer is coming from the Sightless Order. The second largest offer is coming from the sorry, let me check my notes. The Night Gleams.
Wait, isn't the first one the dicks?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Night Gleams, that's the elvish house that controls Cryptoria.
What's the offers?
Site inspected. They're willing to negotiate. Flat out, the prices that they gave to start. I went to the Night Gleams first. They offered a cool 4,000.
Oh.
The Sightless Order offered 6.
Okay, who really does need money though?
So this is a morality question, isn't it?
Yeah. Because we could give it to the dicks for what, 6,000?
My sense
do you-
is
Keep
that
him-
the Sightless Order has deeper pockets.
Yeah,
Or
you gotta
we
keep in
could
mind
take
we
it
could also
back-
be persuasive on it too. So
We could also take it back to the rock and give it to the druid.
true.
I don't think she was interested in money though. So I don't think she has any to give us.
Yeah, no, we're not going back to that rock.
I was just thinking of chaos since we're talking about morality.
If anything, we just helped out their planet. We cooled it down a bit.
Yeah, they're welcome.
Yeah, they should give us more money,
They don't
I
have.
don't think she has any more.
more random gems. But, mm,
To be fair, we don't.
Mills
have
it.
enough, but-
Didn't you
but
say you needed more money?
I mean, we're all broke, so
I'll take more money. That's fine.
So we're gonna sell to the dicks for the 6,000.
I mean, we're selling a dangerous creature who could also gain the mom to go on to them. So if you think about it that way, we're sending a dragon after them and they're paying us for it.
Oh, thank you. That just solved all our problems.
Yeah, that
Glad you pointed that out.
What if we crack the egg before we like officially hand it off?
No,
And
because
so the
they said
dragons-
upon inspection, so they're gonna make sure that it's fine
Ah.
first.
Ah, they're lame. That's smart, but they're still lame.
Either way, I have meetings set up for you in the morning with both parties.
Oh, can we have it at the same time
No.
so they can negotiate each other?
No, I don't want to upset either faction. Something I'd like to remind both of you, or I'd like to remind all of you, while you're performing these negotiations. we may need to accept contracts from these people in the future, so please don't do anything that would upset that order.
That is fair.
So, do we want favoritism? Do we want better moral quests in the future, or do we want darker quests in the future?
Okay, which one's gonna help? Because this is like our home base, right?
Effectively, I think.
Yes.
So shouldn't we like try to take care of this place as much as we can?
Which would probably mean morality-wise, long-term, if we're really focused on it, we should probably take the 2,000 less gold, but it's an investment in regard to contract offers.
Right.
And then effectively try to push out the wizards by over the course of time.
Why don't you go ahead and make a history roll, Therapy?
Neat. I'm not good at that. 19.
Okay. You have heard rumors that the Sightless Order, while they do work and take the occasional order from the Night Gleams, they do have their sights set on taking more control of Cryptoria and the astral sea that surrounds the wild spaces here.
And I'm sure the other one is trying to do the same.
Well, the Night Gleams already control the astral. Like they're already the ruling party. But they're elves, so they seem more, I guess you'd say, lethargic about that control than those that are more ambitious.
Okay.
The Union doesn't really have a stance on who controls as long as they're able to make money.
And so that's the knights.
The Union is the order of spelljammers, the captains.
Oh, so there's a third one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so that you all can get a refresher because it's been a minute. Let me go ahead and go back to my PowerPoint real quick.
PowerPoint.
We're going on a journey.
Yeah. So the Night Gleams, again, just as a reminder, House Night Gleam is currently headed by Queen Astrid Night Gleam. They were a minor house of the Astral Elf royalty who decided to leave the courts of the Astral Elves to establish their own dominion. And they settled on Cryptoria first, technically. They currently have 3 laws. The Forbidden Wild Space, there's wild space within the center of the Cryptorian sector that the Night Gleam have ruled forbidden. Travel to and contact with is forbidden. It's a lot of forbiddens in one sentence. Every Darian wild space is restricted to the Sightless Order only and their representatives in the city, which means if you get on the Sightless Order side, that's a whole wild space system where you may get trade and missions. And then, obviously, piracy is a giant no-no. There is the Union. The Union is made up of a number of corporations who trade inside and outside the Cryptorian sector. They have a council of 3 representatives. And when I say corporations, don't think like Starbucks, Microsoft. Usually each ship is part of its own corporation, or there's like 2 or 3 ships that are bundled together in a corporation. They have a council of 3 representatives, which are rotated every 10 years and are elected by the ship captains. If a new corporation is formed, the council of 3 must grant them recognition in order to trade. They're the ones who govern claiming asteroids in the debris field, trade agreements, and they enforce the laws of the captain, essentially. Essentially, mutineers are sentenced to death. And let's see. The Sightless Order, they originated from Everdarian wild space. It's an order of wizards who have sacrificed their natural sight in order to see the mesh of the magic and the world. Those of you with Arcana have heard of the mesh. That's how magic is formed in the wild space in this particular sector. Is that there is a mesh that you hear about from wizards and sorcerers, and you can manipulate the mesh to do what you want. But there's a whole ethos to that, which I haven't even written. These wizards, they become full members. They have a number of apprentices, but to become a full member, a wizard has to drink the juice of foresight, which is made of a mystical herb that they grow. And it instantly makes them blind, but allows them to see the mesh in its true form. It is known that the Sightless Order despises all innate and given forms of magic, such as those wielded by clerics, druids, sorcerers, and warlocks. On their home planet of Everydar, it's rumored that they were successful in passing laws banning the use of sorcery, and that they led a purge, if you will, of sorcerers and warlocks on their home planet.
I would like to ask, it doesn't mention bards.
It doesn't.
Is that because
but
bards are learned because they have to go to college to learn their trades?
Technically, yes. But they also... It's...
Because none of...
They don't
Well,
respect
spells.
bards in the same way that they do wizards. We'll say that. But they're not outright hostile to bards.
Okay.
On their home planet of we've already talked about that. While they publicly exclaim to be a lawful-minded organization, they seek power in all things, magical, temporal, and over other people. It is rumored that they have a host tower on Mardagus, the pirate city. It is rumored also that they have only one law, which is don't get caught.
So we have...
that's a team.
So we have the options between chaos and lawful. Chaos, hatred, and then lawful. Little bit lazy lawful. Or I guess the knights aren't lazy, right? They're pretty active still.
Yeah, no, they have a knightly order that is active in the city itself. They oversee the guards, and they have a few of their own spelljammers, which they'll use to go out and enforce law if necessary.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm fine with either direction.
If we go with the Sightless Order, do we gotta go blind?
I'm gonna be
No.
honest. No.
You're not a wizard, and you're not an apprentice.
So it would
And
more just be.
And you're
to,
not
like,
Harry.
it would more just be to like gain the ability to make contract interactions with them.
Yeah, I mean, even though they view themselves as all-powerful wizards, that doesn't mean that they have all the necessary skill sets to do
Yeah, they might
certain
need fighters.
things. Yeah, and they're also busy wizards, which means that they're not always going to have time to be like, oh, I'm going to go to this asteroid and pick up this particular route.
What is it?
Like they have their own substructure. They have servants and everything else like that, but they also hire spelljammers to go take care of jobs for them.
So we have the option of lawful. The union is another option for contract sources, right? But not as a dragon egg purchaser.
Yeah, I mean, you can get nobody in the union in particular is going to be able to fork over the money for a dragon egg, nor would they have any particular use for a dragon egg.
Okay.
However, yeah, I mean, the union, there will always be contracts, and most merchants operate through the union when they need something shipped. It's the only
Like
way
we-
to guarantee a lawful contract.
Shall we put up a vote for chaos and money versus law and reduced finances?
Should we hear their spiels first? I'm fine with either option.
Money!
Yeah, I kind of want to hear what they have to say, because if the evil dudes come off as like, are we talking just a little bad, a little chaotic, or like Hitler level? Because I just want to hear what they're sell me on it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can wait till tomorrow.
And then whatever decision we do make, we can console ourselves with knowing that it may bring their ruin as well.
Okay. So the first meeting is actually set up with the Night Gleams out of courtesy to them. They get first crack at it. And you will meet at the Night Gleam compound. And then the Sightless Order has kind of an area attached to their main tower where they host people. Nobody ever really goes into the actual host tower except for apprentices, servants, and the sightless themselves. So in the morning, you are whisked away. Well, you're told where to go, anyways, to meet at the Palace of the Night Gleams. The first thing that you'll note as you approach is that the structure itself seems to be reclaimed from the necropolis. Now, you guys have not been inside the necropolis itself. It's forbidden to go to the necropolis, which is below the city. However, as you fly in, it's fairly noticeable. You see all the towers and the buildings and the dead city itself floating on the bottom of the island. And so it's you know the style of building anyways. They reclaimed this particular, it looks like it must have been a pretty large size mausoleum. And so it really stands out amongst the trees and the nature that they've brought to this particular section. The Knights of the Night Gleam, which I need to think of a better name because that is just a mouthful, have a building next to the Night Gleam outpost as well. As you approach, a steward greets you. He is a human, and you will have some recognition of this person. Usually, when a proclamation has to be made or some kind of public business has to be announced, it's made by the steward rather than the Night Gleams themselves. And the steward's name is Lucas.
Lucas?
Yeah. And he greets you with a bow. Good day. I believe you're the crew of the Copper Serpent, correct? I'm sorry, the Copper Scarab. I get them confused sometimes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yep, that's
What-
us.
Wait, where's the rest?
Is everybody there? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I take it you don't have the egg.
No, we feel
Oh.
like it'll be a safer choice to hear what they gotta say or hear the proposal before rolling an egg throughout the city.
Fair. So, we will be dealing with the Prince Isaac Night Gleam. He will be the one that will be negotiating the purchase. Just a few rules of etiquette when we enter. I will announce you as the Copper Scarab Corporation, but you will need to introduce yourselves. No need for glamorous titles, simply names and ranks if there is such a thing aboard your ship. Fair?
Fair.
All right.
And please, you will need to leave your weapons at the door.
But I just bought it.
Haha, you have weapons.
So he escorts you up the steps into the keep, and a knight is sitting there waiting, with a series of leather bindings so that the weapons can be bound once taken. Does anybody try to sneak a weapon in?
I don't think I can. All my weapons are pretty big.
I'm gonna take my barbell. I'm not gonna leave it behind.
They wouldn't consider that necessarily a weapon.
Perfect.
Ooh. Mills leaves
I'm
her
the
weapon
weapon.
because her claws are also her weapons.
I can't believe you.
I throw my thunder gauntlets on the table.
Okay. You're taken in, but not very deep into the complex, into a side room. The side room has a large round table set in the center of it. Over top is a silver and crystal candelabra. And then you can tell that there's a significant value of artwork. A lot of the artwork depicts various elves that just don't seem to match really any of your experiences. A few of them depict what are clearly members of the Night Gleam family, but some of them also depict various underground realms, and in some cases, woodland forests. But you're invited into the room. Isaac, the prince, stands immediately as you enter the room, and what you'll note about Isaac is the elven grace is every bit embodied in this young man. He wears a mithril armor, which is not exactly common in the Astral Sea. It looks to be very old and in a style and pattern that is not of this region. He carries on him a rapier and a dagger, both of which are well jewel encrusted. And a sense of magic comes from both of those items. He has a long mane of white hair, which is tied up into a kind of bun, and his eyes are orange, which is unusual for drow. The butler Lucas announces your arrival. Prince Isaac, this is the crew of the Copper Scarab. I'll allow them to introduce themselves. And then he looks to the group, waiting for people to start talking.
Hello, I'm Noel, or Noelle, communications expert.
I am Milzit.
I'm Taniel.
I'm Toktik, apprentice spelljammer.
Zixie will command her swarm to spell her name above her head with an arrow that points to her.
That's adorable.
Okay.
Like a neon sign, they flash and flash.
Okay.
That
I
gives
am
me a
chef
nice-
the chef.
That gives me a nice swarm feeling inside.
He invites everybody to have a seat at the round table, and he sits. He has two knights beside him that aren't wearing helmets, and judging by their armor, they have higher ranks in the knightly order. Says, "Welcome. So, Your captain gave word that you happened upon a lunar dragon egg.
We have.
I see.
The swarm forms a big check mark above her head.
And so, what were your thoughts on selling the lunar dragon?
Well, we wanted to know what would you do with a lunar dragon?
Well, that is a fair question. Obviously, our city is in need of more and more defense. My knights, as well as several ships within the Union, took quite the beating in the war with the pirates, and we need to have a replenishment of strength in case of more pirate attacks, which are unlikely at this point. However, at a certain point, we may lead our own assault on Mardagus, and having a dragon at any age would be helpful in that endeavor.
Have you ever trained a dragon?
I don't think anybody here has trained a lunar dragon per se. We do have some experts, some astral druids who we would be working with this particular dragon.
I am just worried. I have lived here for most of my life, and I do not want this to become an issue where the dragon runs rampage.
Well, obviously, nobody wants the dragon to rampage through the area. However, this would definitely give us a leg up in future endeavors against the pirates.
Any of you
And how
guys
much-
have concerns?
I was gonna ask, and what was the price you were willing to pay?
We're willing to pay 4,000 gold pieces.
Any wiggle room on that?
Our coffers are not limitless. After all, we have a city that we have to administer to. 4,000, we believe, is the price for those that are civically minded.
All right. Well, those are all of my questions.
Any of you guys got questions?
No questions, but if they're using the dragon to defend the city against pirates, then I'm all about them. But I don't have any questions.
No questions.
When would you like an answer back by?
From what I'm told, your ship is in dock for another day and a half. So, if possible, by the end of the day, so we can make arrangements for payment.
Okay. I look at them and be like, it's understandable. We'll get back to you as soon as we know.
Very well. Thank you very much for your time. And with that, the steward sees you out.
When we are leaving, do we know? Do I notice anything like suspicious, like prisoners or?
I
something
mean,
else?
they do have prisoners in the knight's compound.
like unfair killing kind of deal, cruel and unusual punishment?
They're not known for being cruel and unusual.
Okay. I'm just saying.
The Night
I'm
Queen
just.
family itself is known mostly for being indifferent, while the Knights try their best to keep the Knights do their best to keep order in the city.
Ignore those, so those are tests.
Okay. And you are seen out. You have a little bit of time walking to your next meeting if you guys wanted to discuss the interaction.
You know, ain't it weird that they just don't come to us and we got to go to them for all these interactions?
I mean, it makes sense to me that we have to go to them.
We're the one offering the goods.
Yeah, like if you go to the store, like
See, so they'll offer you stuff at the store, but don't you have to go to the store for them to offer it to you?
well, yeah, that's right. They should come to us.
That's not how it works with like high valuable collectibles, though, or however you want to say it. Like, you don't tell the African warlord to come to your suburban gun store to buy some guns.
Right.
I don't think it's weird.
I mean, either.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's weird either.
I'm all
You
about that.
guys-
If they're gonna use the dragon to defend the city against pirates, it's my bane, so I'm about them.
I look at Tactic as like, we're not the weird ones, right?
It does.
You make eye contact with him wearing numerous watches all over his body.
And you see your reflection in his big clock amulet.
We're still not the weird ones.
Reflection show.
Case in point.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you approach the tower of the Sightless Order, the most striking feature is that it's a sort of golden Art Deco single structure. It looks very modern, something that you might expect to see in like older parts of like LA, only it's a tower. The entire structure is painted gold, but not solid gold. And at the very top of it is a very bright light. It's just a ball of white light that they call the Sightless Eye. At the base of the tower, there doesn't seem to be any entrance. However, there is a kind of hall that is set up outside for business with outsiders. You do note that they have their own gardens surrounding, and there are several people that are wearing blue and gold uniforms that quietly work around the gardens and the tower itself. It's said that if you can get a job as a servant for the Sightless Order, your family's needs will always be met. However, you work for the Sightless Order 24 hours a day.
Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Also sounds like the
That-
military.
The families are well kept in town, but the Sightless Order requires constant presence. You also notice that the servants don't talk. It's not that they've been beaten, it's just that they understand the expectation. They're there to work, not to be heard. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have their tongues removed or they don't talk when they're in private. However, when they're in public in view of other people, none of them speak. When you approach the hall, there are two people standing at the end of the table. You'll note that neither of them have the signature blue eye of the Sightless Order. These must be apprentices, would be your best guess. And they greet you. You must be the crew of the Copper Scarab.
Hello.
Yes.
Are they shorter than me?
Yes, they are shorter than you.
A little one.
One is a human. The other is a gnome.
Oh, so a lot shorter.
And they take seats at what is a considerably smaller table than the large round table that you were in.
The kids'
Each of
table.
you does have a chair, but it's not nearly as large. It's very much a utilitarian setup. This is for meeting with outside parties, and that's all it's used for. There is almost a sense of arrogance about it, in that they don't feel they need to display their might through worldly goods, almost as if they feel the tower itself is display enough of their might.
You have a beautiful floating white ball up there, I notice.
Yes, it is the Sightless Eye, a reminder to all of our order who approach, and a beacon to those of us who become lost in the astral sea.
Neat.
So, we understand that you have acquired the egg of a lunar dragon.
That we have.
We
If
would
we
like
give
to.
you the,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If we do sell you the egg, what are your intentions with it?
Well, I mean, I cannot speak for the master's use for a lunar dragon egg. Most likely it will be studied. We
So he
understand that
isn't how
you've
like
also met with
dissected?
the Night Gleams.
Are you
And be
saying like
assured, we are willing to beat their offer.
oh no, they offer 8,000.
Clever. We know for a fact they offered 4.
Well,
Good try.
I just... So you say researching on this lunar dragon? What kind of research are we looking into?
I'm sorry. We must be at a misunderstanding. And this must be your first interaction with our order. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. We offer money because our order likes to keep our business our business. The price that we set is a price that you should find reasonable to sell without asking too many questions, knowing that obviously we have no intent on unleashing a dragon on the city below.
Do so you're not, have you guys ever dealt with the dragon?
We have dealt with many dragons. It is renowned in our history for some of the dragons that we've had to deal with. While you may not be familiar with Everdarian history, it was one of our order who oversaw the destruction of Slaughterox the Dracolich.
Does anybody have questions?
No questions.
What was the price?
We are offering you 6,000 gold pieces a dragon's hoard, if you will.
And when do you expect an answer by?
This evening, if we must wait, but understand that we are motivated buyers. And if your captain would like to do business with us in the future, this is a very important step for that process.
We will let you know by today, at the end of the day.
Are there any further questions we can answer for you?
I know your establishment frowns upon those who are not wizards. Is there anything against the concept of bards who have gone through magical learning institutions?
This is a misconception about our order. We call it the parable of the crossbow. What separates a crossbowman from a longbowman?
Size of the weapon.
Technology?
Skill?
Skill and
Reload
training.
times?
That's correct.
Hmm.
For somebody to become a master of the longbow, it takes them some time. And for centuries, longbowmen were a coveted and rich piece of any army. But with the invention of the crossbow, no skill was required anymore to have the same lethality. What does skill breed?
More accuracy?
What is
Discipline.
required to discipline? That is correct. Discipline is required to achieve a skill. There is no discipline required for a crossbowman. He need only pick up the item, point at its target, and pull the lever. Whereas the longbowman has to discipline himself to constantly train, to maintain his skill. He must maintain his eyesight. He must have an understanding of the wind about him. All of these things require discipline. Sorcerers, druids, warlocks. These practitioners do not require discipline. They are simply given access to powers which they don't have the discipline to wield. In the beginning, in Evridar, before we put our laws into place, these sorcerers and druids ran amok. A sorcerer did not require the years of discipline it took to become a wizard. And therefore, there was no restraint in the use of their powers. I did. I drank it. I don't want it anymore. Take it. It tastes like maple syrup. It's disgusting. You made maple syrup soda.
Nice.
Are you going to make ranch dressing soda next?
Oh,
That's
fuck
actually
yeah.
a thing.
Can you?
It exists.
And that is a thing. There is
Icy ranch dressing soda.
and
There's bacon soda, ranch dressing soda.
yeah.
Yep.
I feel like they just attacked you directly as a bard.
Anyways, I'm sorry. The first thing an initiate to our order is taught before we teach them their first arcane ruin, before they're taught their first spell, is the parable of the crossbow. You're a bard. you went to a college to learn your skill, correct?
Correct.
And you have to attend to that college's lessons.
Correct.
We don't
completed that
have-
training.
Well, we don't believe in your art form. We have more respect for that art form than sorcerers and wizards,
What do you
or
perceive?
sorcerers and warlocks.
What do your what does your organization deem of pacifists?
Not all study requires death. In fact, we have several members of our orders who do not even leave these walls once they're initiated into a full brother of the
by
Sightless
choice
Order.
or by requirement?
By choice.
Okay,
They choose to study and enrich through learning.
understandable.
We're not as evil as we're made out to be on the streets. We just have reason not to trust those who acquire strength without discipline.
I understand. No further inquiries.
Oh my god. My throat is on fire from that drink, babe. How much maple syrup did you put in that?
Only 4 gallons.
I feel like I just drank it straight out of the bottle.
You should try drinking ketchup straight out of the bottle.
It's like coating my throat a little bit. If I had a cough, that would be fantastic for it. You should remember that recipe. Okay. Anyways, they ask if you have any further questions or any further
I did
myths
said
that can
no
be
further.
disabled. Very well. We will wait to hear your answer. I thought you were saving these for Andy. Okay. Never mind.
Sorry, Andy, you don't get them anymore.
Hey, baby girl.
They stand up from the table and they allow you to leave.
Allow us to leave. They were holding us captive?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Neat. I'm departing.
We're leaving.
All right. What do you do next? Don't look at me like I'm supposed to give you something else. Ashley.
Well, wouldn't we have to ask the captain what his decision was before we?
We're
The
making
captain's
egg
not
over?
making the decision. It's not his egg. He gave you guys full reign to do what you wanted here.
Should
Oh.
we do a voting process once we're out
So
of
the
shot?
captain will require some kind of cut
It's fine.
from this
Of course he will.
to be negotiated, since it was on an official
Sure,
mission.
We'll see what the persuasion's like. I want to hear other people's perspectives before I do my own.
I vote
I
group.
rather do the first people because I'd rather try to save the city. But at the same time, I never raise a dragon.
Zixi, what do you think?
I vote the first group. They're hunting pirates, and that's what I'm all about.
Mills it.
I go with the first group.
Daniel.
Yeah, no, the second group was like very against giving us any answers to almost anything.
Which I respected. I had
So
no
you're
problem
also
with the second group.
in the first option, Daniel?
Yeah.
Toctic, what are your perspective?
The dragon was dead as soon as its mother left it. Yes. Why
It still
not?
is alive.
It may still be alive, but it will always be prey. It cannot defend itself.
Right.
I vote second group.
So that's 4-2 so far? Or 4-1? 1, 2, Yeah. I also am siding with Toktek here. I actually believe the Sightless Order might be more beneficial long term.
Why?
I feel I have an interest in joining their order. That seems interesting to me.
I didn't dislike the second group as much as I thought I would. The only reason I'm siding with the first group is the pirate scenario. But I
But what if
actually
we
kind of could see their point of view.
Pirates and chaos and have resources
Never.
for money and explore the inner chaos pirate areas and explore the forbidden regions? That seems more interesting and more lucrative. It seems the only benefit that comes from the Knights is feeling good about yourself.
Are you okay, girl?
No, I'm not okay.
No, no, my dog's right here just panting really hard.
I don't agree with profiting over others' suffering. Pirates stole my family. I can't get over that. I'll never be a pirate.
Do what you want, because a pirate is free.
See, even Mills agrees.
There will always be the hunted and the prey, and the hunter and the killer. It is not for us to decide.
Except we're making the decision.
If it was about food, that would be different. But if it's just about loot, I'm not trying to attack innocent people for loot. If I was starving, I'll be a food pirate. That's fine.
You just brought people for their food.
Give me all your cheese.
Yeah, cut the cheese.
So, does anybody? So far, it's what, 4-2?
I think, like, allying.
Oh,
What the heck was
Jesus.
that? I think allying with the second group would be more beneficial than the first, but I'd rather support the pirate hunt of the first. I'm sorry.
I think the contracts will be bigger and the potential buyouts will be bigger, and like
And not
the
only that,
grandioseness would be bigger.
not only that, Zixi, but I know that your parents was it that your parents were on the negative side of a pirate interaction?
It was my last ship crew.
Well, what if you're able to find the individuals who did that and then seek out not necessarily vengeance but reasoning and
No, vengeance. That's my goal.
You okay? Well, if you wanted to get close to pirates, what better than the actual headquarters for pirates? You're much more likely to find out information to find out what you want.
The Silent Order isn't the headquarters for pirates, is it? Did I miss that?
No, but it's rumored that they have a host tower on Mardugas, which is the pirate asteroid.
So I guess I would be interested in information, not helping them, but as you pointed out before, giving them that dragon egg could bring the mom in.
And I also was talking about how I wanted, in the meeting, I wanted to make sure that being a pacifist wouldn't be an issue. And so violence is not their innate goal.
Alright, you've made me flip. I'm interested in finding out more about the pirates. I missed that part.
Daniel, what's your reasoning for going over to the Knights instead of the Sightless Order?
They were just really evasive. But they weren't as evil as I thought. So if the group really wants to go with them, I won't stand in your way.
Now, here's my question, right? I know that there's a portion that's centered around a portion of their organization that is centered around secrecy, but isn't that what you would rather do? The knights talked openly about their plans to people they'd never met before. They might have done research on us, but that's kind of a weak defense line as well, right? You want to, if you really want to be safe, why would the people who wanted safety provide tactical military information to strangers?
Fair. Something is just off with the second group. But like I said, I'm not so invested that it will kill me.
Okay. Mills, you wanted the knights. What was your reasoning behind that?
Mills didn't have much reason, but ...
Great. You make a wonderful point, Mills. Chef,
Yes.
what about you?
But mentioning of if cracked egg brings mother, I might go towards second choice.
The only thing is we can't break the egg ourselves.
Oh no, I
Okay.
I am very much aware.
Chef, what's your perspective?
Me, I just want to save the city. I know where my goods are going towards instead of it going to something I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. If you have the extra 2,000 that's split among us, wouldn't that provide you more information? Or more
No.
more monetary funds to provide better defenses yourself? Because they seem
Yeah,
to be very laid off in regards to
if
defenses.
they, crack the eggs and like the mother ends up coming and blows up this whole like home, then we get no information.
Well, you have to keep in mind that they didn't necessarily say that they were going to keep the dragon here for research. They just said that it was going to be researched. And they have a headquarters that's not on our home environment, where our home base is.
But we also don't know that they are not going to do that or are going to do that because they were so invasive with their questions. And like they said, we're getting paid not to say anything.
Right.
And so if shady shit does happen, that's on us.
Right.
If
But it's
they do end up messing up with the egg because they want to research it so quickly and mess it up somehow, and then shit comes flying towards us, that's on us.
don't you
I'd
think
rather
it'd
go
be
with
suitable
what
to
I
take care
know.
of it, though?
I'd rather go with what I know than what I assuming.
Fair enough. Can we do a recount for a vote? I'm going to initiate with the sightless order.
Sightless order.
I'm going with the knights.
Sightless.
Yeah, I can see the sightless.
Sightless.
Look at you, Noelle, swaying the group. Who's the mastermind now?
Well, I know that the vote didn't lean in your favor, Chef, but perhaps the finances will. Maybe we can chip a little more of our portion into their pockets so they feel slightly more comfortable with the end result.
I just want you guys to understand what you guys are asking.
We do. Shall we return to the captain with the diplomatic vote?
Yep.
Alright, then we'll walk back to the inn that we met at. Is there anything available food-wise for 2 gold or under?
Yes. In fact, the food there is actually fairly cheap, which is why it's a sailor's favorite. they will set your dishes. The captain is in his usual upstairs area,
Mhm.
i.e., Dex roll for the centaur.
I'm gonna provide a bardic inspiration for the dex roll.
Okay, and the captain's just sitting there waiting at his usual table.
Okay.
We go to the captain. I ask him, "What do you know about both of these groups?"
What do you want to know about these groups?
No, just in general, like what kind of jobs might be provided if we align with one compared to the other.
I mean, the Sightless Order gives us access to one of the few wild spaces here. The Everdarian wild space. There's a planet there that, well, a majority of it is at war. There is opportunity to be made to make money there, and they do have a network of contacts and spies that is unheard of. The
spies.
what?
They're unheard of because they're spies.
Very well. Very good job, Ashley. Um, the prince, I'm told, is a little bit of a, how shall I put this? He's a little bit of a prat.
Yeah.
He very much wants to take over for Queen Astrid, but obviously that is not something that's going to happen because Queen Astrid lays in the astral plane. To date, he has no true victories of note. In the pirate fight, he was tasked with securing the city, while his mother led the assault on the pirate fleet.
How old was this kid?
What's that?
How old was he? Is he?
Oh, he's an adolescent elf, so he's probably about 150 to 200.
Adolescent. Okay.
Keep in mind that adolescent means that most likely they're not the one making the decisions, but are more so the face. When a new person or a prince, you have to keep in mind that's prince as well. It's not king.
Correct.
Yeah.
But can be king.
Right, but obviously if they're young and adolescent, they're going through training to properly take over, and they'll grow and they'll experience dark moments where they have to make important decisions.
True, but I know this way has already been done, but an opportunity to become higher up in the king's realm instead of a unknown organization.
Exactly, you tell him Daniel's chair. Well, Captain, we've made a group decision as to our
And
suggested.
what's your decision?
Well, the group's decision was to go for the Sightless Order.
That's fair. Like I said, it was your decision.
Correct. We're just
whichever. This is obviously good for business in the future, and this will make you my representative to the Sightless Order as well. The group of you.
That is exciting information. I don't mind being the face of a party. Perhaps.
And so,
but yes.
Let's discuss the ship's due.
Why don't you provide a percentage?
Normally, the ship's due is 30% for maintenance, feed, etc., and also to help pay for the fellow crewmen.
How about we aim for 25%? Thoughts?
He's thinking about it.
He takes a minute to consider it.
That's still a lot more money than none.
If I do that while you're on your missions, you'll need to make it a point to start producing more.
Oh, we'll produce more if we have
More
more
profit.
business opportunities. If the more contracts we have, the more that we can provide. By the way, as
Very
you can
well.
tell, I did actually honor my word and invest in defensive capabilities. My armor is quite a bit more refreshed and a little bit sturdier.
Okay.
When I tell
Yeah,
you that we'll provide more profit, you can trust my word that I will.
He'll negotiate for 25 because this is actually going to be a little bit of a windfall for him, as this is excess profit outside of what he was paid to just take that guy out there in the first place.
Exactly. By the way, I will be I think that we, outside of his range as a player, to other players, I think that we should provide him 25% of 6,000, not 25% of whatever we end up persuading them to negotiate to, because that's the information we provided.
Yeah.
Agreed,
No,
but
I
I
agree.
feel like we
Yep.
should find out.
Because we did our own bartering to make the other amount happen. I really cherish that sound.
I swear to God.
Yeah,
I
we need to
appreciate
use
your
some
perspective.
WD-40.
I appreciate your perspective on that, Milza, but I'm not a god. I'm just a bad pun designer.
Designer.
Yeah. A tailor of agony, you know?
Alright, back to the Sightless Order. Let's do this.
Are we going as an entire group?
See.
See? Okay. I'm fine to assist in... Okay, yeah, if you guys want to come, that's fine. I might have some business to inquire about after.
Okay. So you return and you find that the party is already waiting for you, the two apprentices, except this time seated in the center of them is an older man, about middle-aged, with a finely cut beard. His eyes are open, but his pupils are missing. And in place of his pupils are just bright blue voids, is the best way to describe it. As you enter, he does not look directly at you, which would suggest that he is blind. The apprentices speak first. You have returned. Does that mean you have an answer for us?
Yes, absolutely it does. The majority of our group has decided to sell the egg with you.
Very well. Our offer was 6,000 gold pieces.
I'm sure that can be altered a little bit. You have the funds necessary. That seems like quite a worthy investment. What do you say to...
The investment is worthy. However, be warned that there is a lesson about shearing sheep too close.
Okay. I'm sure you have an interest in sharing that. But instead, what do you think about the concept of 7,000?
Without fail, the gnome speaks up. Done. You don't even have to roll.
Nice.
Suspicious.
They won't sit.
Is the egg with you right now, by the way?
No.
No, it was just price negotiation.
If you can, bring the egg to us this evening so that we may inspect it. We were hoping that you would have it with
Can I
you.
do an insight check on on the facial expression? Which might be difficult, but I want to try anyway.
On the gnome?
The one who was quick to, whether there's any subtle like facial twitch of excitement that was hidden, or the gnome, the one who was quick to say
Okay. Yeah, make an insight check.
When using a DM inspiration roll, do I need to do? I'm not saying I'm going to, but I'm curious. Do I need to do it before the roll happens?
No, after the roll happens.
I'm gonna do an insight check then, and I will inspire. Wait, let me check. I got one left. I'm gonna bardic inspiration on it.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, they probably would have gone higher. They feel like they got a pretty good deal.
Pretty good deal works for me. We got a pretty good deal too, since we're broke. So I'll just let it go.
Okay. If you could have somebody bring the egg to us, we will conclude our business once we have the egg.
Okay. Might I request that there be one or two orders of the members of the character knows it. I don't. I forgot.
With the sightless order?
Yes.
We can accompany you.
Okay. Not to retrieve, but at the meeting for the trade of egg and currency.
We brought Master Jezerek here as a official representative.
And do they gesture towards the gnome?
Towards the blind man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The gnome was not the blind man.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna address one of the apprentices. What is the? Do you know or understand what the visions that what they're able to see? Beside, like, how do they navigate the world around them?
They both kind of don't know what to say because they've never actually seen it, and they both turn to Brother Jezerek, who smiles slightly at the question. The world that you perceive is only a facade of what holds it together.
My question is, would I be able to walk through a doorway without running into the door?
Yes, we are quite capable of that.
Okay. Would I be able to see the environment from a different perspective, but still be able to see the environment and those around me?
We no longer see colors. We no longer see veneer. To a point, you would see the structure of a thing.
So more outlines?
And through time, we understand what those structures are meant to reflect. This table, for instance, its structure in the magical mesh is different than the structure of the stone upon which my foot rests, which is different from these robes that I wear.
Right.
Your structure is quite a bit more complex than all of the structures that I've listed.
Right.
The mesh is everywhere. It sits beyond our vision. The mesh is the true sight, the truth of what you see. Everything else is just a whore's makeup.
Would I be able to see the smile on the face of someone I care about?
You would see the movement of their muscle. In time, you would be able to interpret that pattern.
That's disappointing.
There is sacrifice which comes with the discipline.
I know, but there are some things that still are important. I understand, but yeah. There's just something very valuable, to me at least, about understanding emotion and reading body language, and if that goes away, it's...
Well, of course, you're a performer. We are the only word I can think of it as is architects. We see the mesh for what it is, we see its patterns, and we learn to understand the mesh. Human emotion, human interactions, performances, art, these things are less important to us than the truth of what makes up our universe, our worlds.
Is there a way... We'll start with this. We'll learn over the course of time. For now, this is enough information for me.
Very
I have
well.
to accept one before I take another step and inquire further.
Shall we escort you to the egg?
We will find our way back.
Very well.
Unless, what do you guys think? Other people in...
Is this what you wanted?
Is what I wanted.
The learning opportunity with them?
It depends. There are some things I'm not sure
I
about
feel
the
like you
sacrifice.
wanted them more for an opportunity for you to learn, but it
We can
seems like it's
still
not all
learn.
there.
We can still learn from
But
the
is it what you
contracts.
want to learn?
Right. That's why I said I would need to think about it. I don't know. I think I would rather be a contractor with them, and I can learn and read a lot more, maintaining my current vision and my current perception on the world. I don't think sacrificing emotion is worth it to me to seek knowledge. To me.
Right.
But I am very
I mean,
interested
he didn't
in the
say that you
contracts.
sacrificed emotion, though. He just said that
No,
you
but you
view the world
sacrifice...
differently.
Right, but when I asked about being able to read body language and facial expressions, they said I could see the muscles twitch, but I wouldn't be able
Right.
to see the blood rushing into cheeks from embarrassment or excitement. I would just...
You lose emotions.
You
But
lose
you
the
don't
ability
lose
to
the
read
emotion. You
emotions,
just, yeah.
which is a detriment to me. That's how I'm able to gather parts of people's personalities, and the colors in the world are more important to me than what's in a book and history. Anywho, shall we go retrieve the egg so we can obtain our 7,000?
What?
Yes.
Great. Then, Noelle will depart from
So, your retrieval of the egg is actually fairly simple. It's broad daylight, so nobody's really going to challenge you for the egg on the open road. And so you're able to retrieve the egg and bring it back to the Sightless Order without incident. But we do need to make some dexterity saves along the way to make sure that we get the egg there intact, since none of you are proficient in giant egg management.
I mean, I
So-
could pull things larger than me.
That's true, but it's also on a cobblestone road.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look through my inventory here.
Don't fuck it up, chef.
How long does it take to walk there?
It takes about 45 minutes.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability and give the carrier of the egg advantage on dexterity checks. You said saves though, right? It would be a
Check. We'll make it a check.
Cool. Then I'm gonna use the second level spell to do the.
Actually, we'll make it an athletics check or an acrobatics check, whichever is better for whoever's going to carry it.
They both suck for me.
I've got a +3 athletics, so
You'll need at least a strength of 15 to carry the egg.
Well, okay.
Oh yeah, I got that. That's fine.
I don't have that. No.
I have both,
it's
but I roll
only-
really bad.
But I'm also gonna give whoever's
You
the
advantage.
carrier of the egg advantage on whatever type of check they're gonna do, because I have access to give advantage on all the checks for an hour.
'Cause I got acrobatics 7.
Plus 7?
Dang.
It looks like it's going to be Horsey's surprise then.
Yep.
All right. So am I rolling?
Are we doing strength or which one are you doing?
Well, like I have strength. Strength is not the problem.
No, I'm
It's-
talking about the
oh.
athletics or acrobatics.
They both suck for me.
Right.
Which is higher?
They are both at I guess athletics.
Milza, what's your bonus?
Should I roll now?
To athletics or acrobatics?
My athletics is 5. My acrobatics is 7.
Do with that information what you will, Chef. You're the the carrier of the egg. That's your baby to carry and give up if you want to. So if you want to do the roll, you can do the roll.
Are
Well,
we allowed to combine powers and have Milzit sit on his back while holding the egg on his back?
By our powers combined.
I mean, you guys can work together to carry the egg, yeah.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
If they're doing that, I might not do the thing because I think that would just give the advantage, right?
Yeah, that would just give advantage.
Okay, so am I?
I ran
Yep.
out of inspiration. Wait,
I
is
need
it
3 rolls.
Bardic Inspiration? Does it on the short rest or long rest?
I believe
It's a
long rest, yeah.
It becomes a short rest later.
What's our DC?
Ashley wants to know what the DC is. We'll say DC 15 for those.
Oh no.
Under 15, we drop it.
No, if you get a 1, you drop it.
What happens when we get
It takes a little bit longer to get it there. Which means if you fail the roll, you'll have to roll again. If you get a 20, I'll let you skip a roll on a natural 20.
That seems fair.
So there is a 5% chance that you will get nothing.
So, am I rolling?
Yes.
Okay. I'm rolling athletics, right?
Yep.
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer to do.
Okay. All right. 1 second. Hold on. Why is it? Okay. 15?
Okay. Your first roll is successful. Your next roll.
And do keep in mind that these are advantage too, just in
Oh.
case.
Okay.
18.
You're coming to the end of the lane. You see a large group of children running
no.
down the lane in your direction.
You guys better respect those kids.
Everybody roll initiative.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, how many kids are there and how close are they together?
They're 10, and they're fairly close together.
Cool.
Okay, but all I have is guns. Am I gonna have to shoot kids?
Is there any way that I could do something before the initiative roll happens?
You can act on your initiative turn.
Dang it. Okay, I was just checking. I couldn't have seen them coming up, and before everybody got ready, I couldn't have done something?
No, unfortunately.
I tried. Oh, that's not bad. That's fine.
Alright, so 17. Ashley, what was yours? Sam, what was yours?
12.
ZZ.
I have advantage, so 10.
By the way, the title of the episode is going to revolve around some kind of egg pun.
Chef, what was yours?
18.
An excellent exchange.
Mills it?
Why not
11.
just exchange?
That's what I mean, an excellent exchange.
Oh,
Arctic had a 2.
I like that. Why not double pun?
Chef, you're already on here. And I got you.
The whole turn order poofed.
I still have it up for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see it though, so can you fix that?
I don't know how,
I'm gonna refresh
so
the page
you
and
can
maybe
just
it'll work.
be snotty to somebody else.
So ask Noelle.
I can see the captain on there now.
Yeah, I can.
That's okay.
Captain, oh Captain.
All that matters is that maybe just like a little image snip or something of it. Put in the Discord so we can see our rotational thing at the end.
Well, and I like to see when I'm coming up, so I know if I have time to run and grab a drink or.
Yeah, but you can do that with a
This
screenshot
isn't going
of
to
it.
be that involved of a combat,
Oh,
Ashley.
okay. That's fair.
It's
I
not
would
like
like to see it, so I know you're not cheating.
I get
not
to
like
punch
mine.
kids.
It's not like mine that lasts 4.5 hours. It's fine.
God, she's so snippy right now.
That's because it's getting closer to bedtime.
There, Ashley, I posted the turn
Thank you.
order.
I'd like to see it on the turn order rotation.
Well, I don't know how to fix it, and frankly, it's going to take more time to fix that at this point than it is to get through the encounter.
So tomorrow, I'd like you to research that, please.
You can. I'll tell you what you can do tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right.
What is she
Chef,
gonna
it's your
do?
turn. Chef, it's your turn. You're carrying the egg.
I hold on to the egg like I brace for the kids. Like, I'm just like,
Dodge action.
yeah, like no, like I want to protect the egg.
Yeet.
Okay.
Dodge action makes it disadvantage for them to hit you.
Well, like I'm pretty sure they're going after the egg and not me.
True. So you said all the. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna wait for my
And-
turn to go.
It is your turn now.
Cool. How close are the kids together?
They, all 10 of them, are occupying two 10-foot, two 5x5s.
Is this kind of like in the middle of a
Technically,
little
this is
alleyway or
a
something?
swarm of children.
Cool. I'm gonna cast web on all the kids.
Cast web on the kids.
They are all
No, you don't.
Okay. All right. Legit. I respect the. I respect it.
Sometimes you just
Um,
need to, like, safely from a distance restrain the children, and you're good.
what is the DC that they need to roll against?
15.
15. All right. Incoming. Is it a dex save or a strength save?
It's a dex save.
All
And
right.
rolls, baby.
1,
Oh.
2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And what's the difficulty on that?
The DC is 15.
Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them
Out of 10.
go into a childlike, joy-filled rage because they think it's a party now, while the others are
Uh,
giggling as they're stuck to a web.
I'm gonna have the. Hold on.
While they're in this sugar-enhanced, childlike joy rage, they will get +1 to their physical rolls.
Each creature that starts in its turn in the web or that enters must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, we'll have to have those 5
Cool.
take their saves now. In fact,
I'm gonna have them also use silvery barb so the natural 20 fails, or at
okay.
least as a reroll.
All right, they are at +1 due to their joy. 1 failed, 2 succeeded, 3 failed, 4 failed, 5 succeeded.
And you have to reroll the 20.
Oh, and I need to reroll the nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 of them are
2 of them
extremely
left.
giddy as they have gotten through the web game,
I'll take 80%.
and they are going to do a shove check on the horsey, the
They could
horseman.
try.
Let's see here.
They have the disadvantage.
All right, shove aside. You use your attack action. You make a special melee. The target of your shove must be no more than one size larger than you. They are small. You are medium-sized, if I remember correctly.
I
Okay.
am a medium.
Okay. You make a strength athletics check, contested by the target's strength athletics check.
Wait, so I'm just
Okay,
looking at
So
athletics?
because they are children, they will be rolling at a -1.
Neat.
Can I smack them?
Some parents do.
I mean, next time around, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 10 and 14. Make your checks. Oh wait, that was at a +1. That needs to be at a -1.
Uh-oh.
11 and 8. Okay.
Yeah, 11 and 10.
They bounce off you, but I need you to make a dexterity save to not have the egg lose balance.
Neat.
Oh! Mills, it gives you advantage, so you need to roll again. Oh! All right. And he rolled his advantage. Don't yell at me. I know what the business is. I know what I'm about. Let's see. Sam, $7,000 is about to go down the drain. The egg is tilting precariously as if it might fall.
I mean, I want to try and catch it. What do I have to do to make that work?
All right, make a strength check. DC 15.
Hang on. That's a saving throw. Just a regular strength.
Yeah, just your strength bonus plus a D20.
Yo.
Oh,
Oh my
Sam
God.
reaches out suddenly and grabs on the egg to keep it in place. Mills it. It's your turn. It needs to be rebalanced.
All
in
right,
its
what do I have?
harness.
What do I have to roll for that?
You need to make a dexterity save, DC 15. You will not be advantaged on this roll.
Dexterity.
That's a save.
It is not secured. Sam is still holding it. Zixie, human children are about to ruin your haul.
Is the egg still tilting? Does it still need to be balanced?
Sam's holding it in place, but it needs to be secured, or a slight movement of the chef could cause some issues.
So the egg still needs to be saved. We're focusing on the egg.
Yeah.
Can I use my swarm? So, like, if you look at my swarm abilities, I can move things with my swarm rather than do damage. Or is it?
They can assist in holding it up. I won't make you guys roll again this round to hold it up. Or do you want to have them make a dexterity save to try and secure it back into place?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, can I use the swarm to move the egg back where it needs to be? Or is the egg fine and now I need to move the children?
No, the egg needs to be secured.
So can I use my swarm, the advantage for my swarm to move things? I can move an enemy. Well, it says an enemy, but this is a weird situation, so do with this what you will. I can move myself or an enemy 15 feet with the swarm.
Okay, so you're trying to convince your swarm and relay clear communication to them about what they need to do.
Yeah,
So
but
you're going to make a charisma check to secure the egg using your swarm.
But wisdom is my spell casting, so could I use wisdom? That's my ability.
Yes, I'll allow it.
A save, you said?
A check. They're confused by your orders. Yes, but this is a strenuous situation where you're asking them to do something other than shove somebody. You're asking them to essentially tie this off with rope.
So, okay. Well, that ability typically accompanies an attack, but I'm not trying to attack children. So,
Yeah, you have
along
an
with
action left.
the swarm command, we're not trying to hurt these kids, right? Like, I feel weird about this scenario.
You know, at this point, fuck these kids.
Not,
Yeah, I mean, they are kind of attacking us for no reason.
they're not attacking you. They're just having fun.
Right, and so I want to yell at them to stop, but I can't talk, so
You can try and fight them.
Why can't you talk?
But that's what because I'm a bug. I can only
Make an intimidation
telepathic.
check, and I'll even give you advantage because you're not of their race, and you're scary looking.
And your
I wanna throw
mandibles
up,
can
like, all
detach.
my arms and my antenna, yeah, and like just
And you can make them shake and rattle at them.
yell at them to stop. But
Make
I
a thrycreen noise.
suck at all of the charisma stuff.
I want to hear your war cry.
Yeah, actually, make an intimidation check. I'll give you advantage on it, but with the intimidation check, you're gonna have to give me a thrycreen noise. Make an intimidating thrycreen noise. 8's not enough. Nor is a 1.
Well then, I guess I failed.
But you still have to make a thrycreen noise.
Well Well, then I have to make a noise that's not very intimidating because I did a bad job.
I still want to hear the noise.
Still want to hear the noise.
I'm trying to think of a noise that's not intimidating because I sucked at it.
Chirp, chirp.
Chirp.
Cricket, cricket.
It's just
All right, so Ashley extends her mandibles out and her various legs, and she makes cricket noises, but the kids interpret it as a kind of dance and they giggle.
I mean,
Chef, it's your turn.
I try to rebalance it again.
Okay.
What do I gotta roll? Dex or athletic check?
It's not a balancing issue at this point, it's securing it back into place. Because
Into-
essentially they shoved you, you wobbled, and the ropes came loose. And that's not something that you can achieve unless you can turn your torso around.
Okay.
Roll whatever's higher, Chef.
But you can try to intimidate the kids.
Okay. I'm gonna try to intimidate. I have a +0.
Okay.
They think I'm a whole pony.
Oh my god. Hey guys.
Wait,
What are you doing?
What are the
wait,
kids?
I want to
Let's
make
chill
a
for a
Valkyrie
bit.
noise.
Oh my god, you guys are the least intimidating party I think in D&D history.
One of the kids says, "Hey, look, the horse is pregnant."
Alright, now let's see if the pacifist can be more intimidating than the
I can be
warrior.
more
Well, he's-
persuading.
Wait, I have to roll one too. We'll make this quick.
Oh wait, Toktik, I'm sorry, bud. We completely skipped you. My bad.
Yeah, so if the turn order was up there so we could see it, maybe we all would have seen that.
You know what?
Oh!
You could have spoken up. The thing's in the thing.
Alright, Toktik rolled an 18 on intimidation. Toktik, give us that noise.
TikTok.
I don't know how to do a bug noise.
You have to make a bug noise. This roll will not move forward until you make some kind of crazy bug noise.
All you have to do is say buzz, and then it's a
Think of Starship Troopers. Think of Alien and Aliens.
Just make clicking sounds.
But loud.
Do it. I want this so convincing that your wife walks in and says, "What the hell are you doing?"
well, that was certainly a noise.
Hey, listen, it's all the years of smoking, okay? I mean, I'm making noises here.
I have yet to hear a noise out of your mouth.
Oh, have you not?
No.
Oh, my mic. What?
Are you being strangled?
I mean,
You need
Strangulation
assistance.
is scary.
It sounds like you put the mic in your mouth.
yeah,
But we
that's
still
gonna be
didn't hear a noise.
that's gonna be them damn kids.
All right, Andy. Okay,
Like
that'll
that.
work.
Okay.
Was that a T-Rex?
That was the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Okay, that's the noise that Andy makes that frightens the children who
Okay.
turn around and run into the web.
I'm also frightened.
Yay!
And some of you may have also shat your pants a little bit.
And
they
then
are
I
now
set the
caught in
web
the
on fire.
No,
What? No.
What?
no. These are
All right.
babies.
They
now
were
that the-
babies.
Now that the
Now they're
children
ashes.
are handled, you're able to manage putting the egg back into its place. You neutralized a party of 10 children. Everybody get 100 experience.
Yay!
Oh
Hey.
yeah.
It's all part of the experience.
Thanks, guys.
That's all part of the egg experience. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay. And now that you got past them, you owe me one more dexterity roll to successfully get it to the order of the sightless.
to
Or
them?
the sightless order.
Yeah.
Wait, you wanted the athletics, right?
Fuck it up.
One more check. He rolls a 1.
Now I roll high.
Okay, all right. After your encounter with the children, the chef pays a little more attention to where he's walking, and you guys, all of your heads are on a swivel as you approach this time. The order is still waiting for you. And the Nomads, did you run into any troubles on your return?
Little shits.
It's kind of suspicious that he would ask that, especially since they came from this way.
Yeah, I think it's coincidence.
Why would they want to ruin their own egg?
Yeah.
Maybe
But
it's
they
Because
got a
they're
good
dead.
deal
Maybe the
on.
knight sent the kids because they're pissed off at us.
Well, we didn't even tell the knights.
I'm sure they figured it out.
Fair.
Okay. They deliver it, and they want to inspect it for authenticity first. Brother Jarek takes a vial out of his robe of a blue juice, and he sucks it down. And then he mutters the words, "Through the juice of Akoth we bind ourselves to the mesh. May it grant us true sight and allow us to touch the mesh. May our sacrifice grant us wisdom, our suffering discipline." And then you see his eyes light up. The blue becomes less dark and becomes actually a source of light as he gazes at the egg.
Are his eyes orange now?
No, they remain blue.
I'm just checking because of the orange eyes on the knight. I'm just checking.
He mutters to the apprentice, "The fetus is still intact."
I'm pregnant?
About 2 months.
Oh, okay.
They bring forward a small, well, actually a sizable iron chest, which contains your payment in neatly arranged coins.
Very nice.
And they say, "We thank you for this bit of business. Please send our regards to your captain. If he will come and meet with us this evening, we may have a job for him."
Would you mind if I attended?
That is up to your captain.
Okay.
And with that, they send you on your way with 7,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Now, I know that some of you are going to want to spend a little bit of that cash. So you guys talk amongst yourselves about doling it out, how much everybody's going to get.
Well, we gotta
I'm going to
take...
go pee,
Okay.
and you guys might want to review the books for a little shopping. Remember, in general, uncommon magical items that are wearable are... God in heaven, woman.
I need you to type it out so I don't keep asking.
Honestly, me too.
What?
What
If
are we
you
talking
could-
Oh,
about?
the uncommon.
Type out the information about prices of stuff. We are down 1,500 for 25% of the 6,000.
Right.
So
7.
no, because yeah, it's 7,000 total, but we're doing 25% of 6,000 for the captain's cut
Oh, right.
instead of 25% of 7,000.
Right.
So that
Okay.
means we all get 916 once that's taken out.
Divided by 7.
I divided it by 6. Why by 7?
I thought there were 7 players. One of
I
them
only
was-
see 6 of the
There's
6
6.
players.
Okay.
Oh, am I getting a cut of the gold too?
Well, yeah, you got your 1,500, which is more than we're all getting.
I'm kidding.
Wait,
What
am
about
I
common
getting more
magic
of the gold? because you guys made me do something I didn't
Well,
really want to
it's
It
do.
was a suggestion, not a requirement.
916.66667, so you can have that 0.66667.
So I get an extra gold.
Yeah,
So wait, how much is it? 900 what?
916. You get 917.
918, you can have mine.
Right. I'm stepping away for just a minute.
Wait, okay, so I get this gold, and I was like, I was promised a bigger cut.
I didn't promise you.
I didn't make that promise. That was totally Noelle.
I didn't promise. I said we can or should, but nobody said yes. I agree.
It's gonna be really hard to math.
So then I don't.
Unless somebody offers it to you.
I mean, it was your suggestion, though.
It was my suggestion.
And so you're not going to give me
I'm just going
extra?
with I'm just going with the group majority here.
Okay. So it's 54.96 if we all take what I said.
What's
that's four
54.96?
He gets 4 extra gold
Okay.
to make it the even 5-5,
Okay.
which is what we had left over.
So how much does everybody get?
916.
916. Okay.
And then Gil gets 920.
You got it.
Tossing a coin to the chef.
See, that's at least some honor.
I am honorable. I kept my word, and I didn't make any promises.
Okay. Noted.
Noted.
619?
916.
Oh my. Oh boy. I can buy a really big clock watch now.
Oh no.
Good. Everybody watch out.
You're so stupid.
Thank you.
I'm buying everything.
If we see how fast Toktik runs, we can clock him.
There's no need, I'll clock myself.
It's about time.
Do you have like a pun generator and you're just
Nope, this is
generating them?
just
There's
me.
no way.
This is just my brain.
There's no way you come up with them that quick.
My brain is filled with trauma and the seeking of agony from other people. It's just generated on my own. I'll admit to it if it's not, like the AI generated speech. You asked if it was AI or not, and I said yes.
No,
These
I
puns are
believe
from
you.
these puns are from me.
I believe you. I just have a hard, like, I'm amazed by it.
Nah, it's a curse. Thankfully. Thankfully, it's a detriment to my social life.
My son's really wailing on the guitar in there. Wish you guys could hear it.
Yeah, I cannot.
I'm gonna take my headphone to the door and make you guys listen to it.
Sure.
He won't play for us because he's shy, so I have to hide outside his door to listen. No joke.
Spoken like a true mom.
Yep.
I'm gonna buy back that filter of love.
There you go.
Nah, I won't do it.
Okay.
All right, I have returned.
Welcome back.
What?
What up? It's your boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that didn't work. My headphones died on the way.
Shame.
I had to come back
Hang
and
on.
plug them in.
Shame.
Well, it sounds good anyway.
Well, good.
The world said nah.
All right, Tim. What if I buy something and then make it for everyone?
Good question.
Well, it depends, because if you're using each magical replicate that you make, are you talking about using your infusions?
Yeah.
Each magical infusion that you make still requires the gold piece value of the item, I believe.
Not the gold piece value.
Let me see here. And you're extremely limited to the number of those that you can actually have.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it now. I'd have to plan to make it.
Yeah, and it would need to also be on the list. So basically, if you buy an item with the intention of it, the next time you get an infusion, you have to specifically take an infusion for that item to be
Yeah.
able to craft that item.
Yeah.
I know this because I'm playing an Artificer Alchemist in another campaign, and I can make a jug of mayonnaise.
Which one?
Never-ending mayonnaise.
Oddly
Concerning.
specific.
Yeah.
Do you leave it out in the sun?
Ideally,
No.
yes.
But is
No.
it good mayonnaise?
The magical item, it's the jug of alchemy. It really doesn't it doesn't give a quality. It just gives you an amount. So it's like
The way I
craft
wrote
made.
it was like a good quality.
Is it spicy mayonnaise?
No.
That's weird.
What do you mean weird?
What? Spicy mayonnaise.
Yeah, who doesn't like spicy mayonnaise?
I like a good like sriracha mayo, but I don't know that sriracha exists in Dungeons and Dragons world.
I'm sure something exists like it.
Although that would be a dope crossover.
Why not make it then?
That's it. It's time to
You're the
put my
inventor.
nature skill to use and find spicy herbs to put in the mayo.
Herb. Okay. So, is everybody still kind of looking for what they want?
Correct.
Yeah, but we could start.
No, we're gonna take our time and we're gonna go through item selection. That's fine.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I really don't know what I want. I'm just kind of like browsing. I think, like, just for time and sake, I'm okay not getting anything for now. I'm saving my money for like the big shit.
That's 500 for a weapon.
Let's see.
Yeah, magical items are expensive. They're magical.
Do you
What is that?
believe in magic? I won't.
Oh my god, I have maple syrup burps. Actually,
Now you just need some pancakes.
what flavor were you trying to make root beer again? Is that what that was?
But the last time I put sugar in it, it like exploded. So I tried it with maple syrup, thinking that might work better, but instead it exploded inside the soda maker. So the next time you make soda, it will still be mapley. Because it like went up in there.
I think I just want a cloak of protection.
I'm trying to decide if it's worth getting the musket.
I feel like your character would think it was worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think whenever we're ready to buy things, that's what I'm going for.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll allow you guys to, before we get moving on the next game and you start your next mission during the next session, have picked out what you want to buy, and we'll go through that. Because I can tell a lot of people are struggling to decide what they want to do because you have so many options now.
Yeah.
So you return to the ship, you deliver the captain his funds, and you tell him to meet with him?
Yes.
Okay. Who all would like to attend the meeting with the captain?
I would.
No, I would.
I would.
I would not.
Is there a limit?
Chef is out. Chef's just like, no, I don't want to go. That's fine. That's totally fine.
I got work to do on the kitchen.
Yeah, you need to go find some chickens to replace the ones that you sacrificed to the mosque.
I didn't sacrifice. I was
And
ready to kill them.
we need to make him a ramp, not stairs.
Yes.
Okay, so for those that attend the meeting is much the same. However, the brother, the sightless order wizard that is present, is different this time. This gentleman, about the same age as the other one, but has more fiery red hair. And the captain approaches, gives a deep bow to the order, and then takes his seat across from them. And the apprentice gnome begins speaking again. He's been a general mouthpiece at this point. We would like to hire your ship and crew for another mission into the Eldritch Cluster. From our understanding, you have license to go into the cluster. It's been on the minds of my order what has happened to the illithids that were living in the Eldritch Cluster. Their sudden disappearance does not sit well with us. And while that may give the pioneering types like yourself more license to travel through the cluster itself, we need to understand where the mind flayers have gone. To that end, we would like you to seek out an associate of ours, a beholder named Belub. He may have some insight into where they went, as he had some trades with the mind flayers. Any questions?
Dude, what was he trading with mind flayers?
I respect his privacy. Sometimes, when you're trying to preserve a civilization, you must deal with those who deal with the seedy and NCD dealings.
Luna.
Any other questions?
I mean, we're not going to get like mind flared, are we?
As there are no mind flares in the cluster, no.
So, in regard to the beholder, what's a signal or a way to prove to them that our meeting with them is non-hostile?
Well, he is a businessman in his many hearts. And so he runs a shop of sorts within the Eldritch cluster. If you come with gold in hand to make deals, I'm sure there shouldn't be an issue.
Interesting.
Just be aware that while in his gaze, your magics will not function correctly.
Right. Okay.
Any other questions?
I mean, I can't think of any.
At this moment in time, no.
Bilub has a particular penchant for ales. So finding a strong ale would be a good, peaceful offering.
Okay.
Payment will be a standard rate of 2,000 gold.
For what?
For the meeting and the information about what happened to the mind flayers.
Hey, say no. I'm gonna go walk my dogs real quick. I'll be right back.
The captain seems inclined to agree unless anybody has any objections.
No,
No, I mean, job's a job.
I'm just curious about how we would obtain that money without using our own funds.
What do you, money for what?
2,000 gold to meet with him?
No, 2,000 gold is the payment.
Oh, okay.
For achieving
that makes more sense. I think Daniel thought the same thing.
And since they're negotiating with the captain, your cut of that will likely be a quarter to maybe half.
Okay.
Depending on hazard.
Yeah. That's acceptable. That's fine. What? Yeah, I'm done with meeting aspect.
Okay. The gnome hands over a map to the captain, which will give the astral coordinates of the rock on which the beholder has set up his shop.
Okay.
And then, yeah, they conclude the meeting.
Is
And that will conclude our night together.
a question for you. What's the possibility of a rare item?
Extremely rare.
No, I'm not asking about a very rare. I'm just asking about a rare item.
Yeah, no,
I know,
rare
I know,
item
I know
a little
what you meant.
different. What I'll do is I'll roll a percentage die.
Sure.
Who left?
Chef did.
Gil? Yeah, he did say he was going for
He said he was gonna go walk his dogs, and he probably heard that. All right, that's where we're gonna end it there. So he went to take care of his dogs and just left.
So I'll roll a percentage die based on your level.
Okay.
About whether or not the rare item is in stock.
Okay.
So at 4th level, it'll be a 20% chance that the item is in stock.
Okay.
I must go to sleep.
Okay.
Farewell, everyone. I love your faces.
Bye.
No,
Bye.
So yeah, if you want to save, if there's a rare item you want, next game we can roll the percentile dice
I do
to determine
have
if.
one in mind right now.
Okay.
So, did you want me to?
Do you want to send me a message with that?
Sure. Do 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 do. Ta-da! It's the bow. That one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll a percentage die. So a 1 through 20, it's in stock. Anything outside of that range means that it's not in stock.
Okay. One can hope.
No. Why don't you jump off a bridge? 39. Unfortunately, it's not currently in stock.
That's alright.
You can re-roll each time you come back to shore to see if it's been traded.
Okay.
And certain locations may give you a bonus to that roll about whether or not it's in stock.
Okay, cool. Works for me.
Alrighty. Well, if nobody else has any business, we'll end here for the night.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
sounds good,
Take care, guys.
Night.
Bye-bye.
buddy.
Bye.